really, I mean, he is kind of my role model. I mean, and that is one of the reasons why I come here each session. And I know, I mean, I'm very, when if he is nearly sky level, then I am in the ground. But then you have to pick out a role model to follow and try to achieve that level. So, without much ado, I would like to call out the roles for the day. Toastmaster of the day, of course, me, Rajan. Table topic master of the day will be Aditya will take up the table topic role. I mean, if at all no one else jumps the gun. Then the speech evaluator for today will be Vaibhav.
Okay, no problem.
Vaibhav will take up the speech evaluator for I mean, it is the last Toastmaster session. I hope, I mean, then speech evaluator for impromptu speeches will be taken up by
speech. He's all the speech evaluator.
All the speech. Good luck then.
This is our way of saying bye-bye.
No, I believe the better way to, I mean, say farewell will be, I mean, to promise that, I mean, we'll take this club to a greater level and...
Oh, that is implied.
Our counter will be Sasan, then grammarian will be Ankit, and timer will be Kulkit. This will be present. Anyone of you can take up this role?
Make sure that's recording.
Timer?
Just make sure.
Before we start, I mean, I would like the evaluators please explain in a sentence or two just what is your role is. I mean, starting from the general evaluator, just in a line explain what his role is.
General evaluator is the person who generally looks after like the whole session, whether the session is proceeding in the proper sequence required manner, whether the other evaluators are taking up their roles properly, evaluating it properly, and some general suggestions that he might give at the end of the session.
Then the R counter, can you please explain your role?
R counter counts the R's and pauses you use in your speeches, so that next time you try to reduce those counts.
Yeah, first of all, I have to give the word of the day. The word of the day is indispensable, which means that something you can't do without. And second thing is I would be checking the speeches for the grammatical errors. That's it.
Timer basically notes down the speech taken and gives an indication when it's reached the level of 2.5 minutes for the project.
And finally, Vaibhav will be taking care of the speech evaluation. So, of course, we will be giving the feedback on speeches and all. We will expect a very exhaustive and complete and I mean, fun song kind of feedback coming so that we will also learn from something. Now, moving on, we'll start off with the prepared speakers first. The first to come up on stage will be Tat sir. This will be Tat sir's first speech. Yeah. That will be icebreaker. So, I mean, we have seen how IPFs deliver such great icebreaker speeches. So, we would expect nothing less than, I mean, from Tat sir.
Benjamin Franklin once said, "There are three things which are very hard in life: steel, diamond, and to know thyself." Good evening to one and all. Finally, here I am, delivering my icebreaker. And I know I am one of the last ones to deliver it, but it is because of some of undeniable consequences that happened, like one of the sessions was on 14th Feb. So Well, today I'll try to answer the question in front of you, which a normal teenage boy like me asks himself very often. Who am I? What am I doing with my life? And how have I come here? My full name is Tatsya Prakash Pandey. I was born and brought up in this awesome city we know as Indore. I completed my schooling from St. Paul's Higher Secondary School, Indore. I would like to beg pardon for using the paper so much, but this is just owing to the fact that I had 11 hours of classes yesterday. Yes, please, we are busy too. I completed my plus 2 in commerce with maths, and like every other student, many of the students in our country, I aspired to be in one of the most famous universities of India, that was Delhi University. But unluckily, luckily enough, my best score percentage was not enough to get into any of the top 4 colleges that I aspired to be in. I still hear the words ringing in my ears of the chowkidar of SRCC college. He asked me, "What is your best score, beta?" And I said 94%. He said, "Thoda pad lete." So coping with the disappointment, I moved towards west. I moved towards west, the Bombay University. Now getting into Sydenham College of Commerce and Economics, pursuing BCom. I spent 3 months of my life there, 3 glorious months. Then I came here to IIM Indore as a participant of the IPM course, and a dream came true, and here I am standing before you. Well, I know my topic was starting with who am I, and I have spoken a lot about how I got here. So now it's just something about who am I, and about my family also. My father is a doctor, and so is my brother. My mother is a homemaker. I am a big fan of pets, and that is evident by the fact that I have 4 dogs at my home, named Snowy, Candy, Nandu, and Bitten. I love my family, and I put it before anything else. My hobbies include playing lots and lots of basketball, reading, which is more likely an ex-hobby now since I have come here. I was a big fan of Harry Potter. I still am, but I cannot get any time for it now. And I also like listening to music, spending time online, Facebook, Twitter, etc., and watching sitcoms like Big Bang and Friends. They are my all-time favorites. I am also addicted to my cell phone. I have an iPhone 5, and now it is an indispensable part of my life. I find myself to be now I would move on to my qualities, which I perceive myself to be. I find myself to be a short-tempered person. I have a lack of patience, which has denied me at times to many things like learning a guitar, etc. Then I trust people too easily and have been screwed at times because of the same reason. On the positive side, I think of myself as a helping person, a person who likes making people happy, even if I met them for the first time. A person who has a distinctly measurable amount of sense of humor, as I have found out from others. I carry a very high opinion about myself, and mind you, I am thoroughly discontented by anyone who tries to change that. So, now in the end, I would like to conclude my speech by quoting some of my own lame words that I wrote yesterday. Yeah. Under the blue shining sky, things to do before I die. To always succeed in whatever I try. To never make my parents cry. To know enough to answer why. Never be too bold, never be too shy. Hoping after this, a positive reply. I wish you all a happy goodbye.
Well, great job, Doctor. What I really liked was the way you put in that to show off your iPhone 5. Yeah, I like that. And the next prepared speech will be delivered by Nikita. Again, Nikita will be delivering our first speech, that is icebreaker. Am I right?
Hi, I'm Nikita Dugar, and I am one of the lucky few. And keeping others happy is really what I like. I enough to maintain all of them. I am a jack of all trades but a master of none. As you see in my text that I am good at many things. I like trying new things, maybe clothes, food, games, people, places, anything. I like trying them, and I'm also a big attention seeker. I come from a Jain family, a little orthodox, but not that strict. I live in a hum saath saathe kind family, very happy family, everybody is so close and all. My mom spends hours talking on phone with her buas, chachis, masis, which clearly say that she's a housewife. My dad is a businessman who deals in automobiles and which gave me enough opportunity to drive a different scooty every day. I could carry anything, whatever I wanted. My brother, who is very close to me, is a CA who works in PwC. My biggest achievement till now has come from a tragedy that he faced in my life. What he did was he topped in his 12th grade and everybody used to see me with eyes of expectation and everybody was hoping that I do something bad. I never had such nerdy goals. I was a above average student. So, but what happened was that I really topped. I scored 95.2% in my 12th and here I am. I don't know if it is a good consequence or a bad, but still, IPM is because of him only. A few more achievements include basketball. I played nationals and many district tournaments. Also, I believe I am a good dancer. Dance is an indispensable part of my life. I've hosted I have in choreographing many events. Also, listening to music, gossiping, Facebooking, watching TV, eating chocolates are some of the noticeable interests. Funny weakness that I have is that I love watching movies. I watch any movie, even if I know that it has only one star and it is a bad movie. I don't care whichever director, actor, musician, whatever it is. I just have to watch a movie. And Saturday shows are really helping me with that. I'm also a bit creative. Little proof lies in the margins of the notebook. I keep scribbling and all. I hate planning because whatever I plan, I'm never able to implement it. One more important thing about me, I won't say it is a good or a bad thing because I know it is bad, but I love doing it, is that I'm a shopaholic. I shop everything. I can spend 1,000 or 2,000 bucks in a stupid stationery shop as well. Maybe clothes, hairpins, footwear, bags, anything. I just have to have all of them. I love living up the child inside me, maybe shouting randomly something in the class or calling people by different stupid names. I really love being what I am. And one more fear that I have is strangers. I'm very shy with people I don't know and I'm not comfortable. But once I know you, I'll keep chattering and doing stupid things with you. I have some crazy desires like opening up a mummy or coming out of a huge cake in some party and doing such stupid things. Coming to a little serious topic, the goal of my life. I don't have a single goal as such. I just want to be successful and earn lots of money so that I can shop a lot, have glamorous bungalows and big cars and all. My biggest dream till now is to earn and gift a Mercedes to my father and live close to me. I really want to do that. And I want to be successful and to be known. I love being beautiful. It's not just about the appearance. Obviously it matters, but not just that. I really like being myself and I love myself. Thank you.
That was really great, Nikita. Every time an item comes up here, I feel less and less of myself. These guys are, each one of them comes here, 94%, 95%, and the score and the bar is raised each time an item comes here and the icebreaker speech is delivered. I feel that, oh God, what am I going to do? Anyway, so next to come on to stage will be Pooja. Pooja will also be delivering. He has already passed that icebreaker stage and he will be delivering the level 2 of the competent communication series. So all the best for him.
I was born intelligent, but education ruined me. This is a famous line that Einstein has told and every one of us would love to quote it. With this I begin my speech. I would like to start with a short story of a guy of a normal It was just another boring day. He got up, got ready to go to school, obviously showing no signs of enthusiasm. But he knows it's just another day. He has to go to school. The same old teacher comes, teaches the same old thing, and he knows he'll never understand it, never did understand it, and never gonna understand it. He also knows that whatever he's going to try, whatever effort he's going to make, he will again not understand. Well, this is a situation that all of us can relate to. So some part of our lives we have wondered, why do we go to school? Why do we exactly study the subject we want to study? What difference does it make in our life? Now this is not a surprise, because obviously the teacher just comes in, starts talking, teaching stuff which never understood, we will understand, never did we understand it. So this is what happens in everybody's life. Now have you ever wondered, have you ever thought of it? 14 years of our life we spent in school, and another 5 years in an undergraduate or a course like IPM, and some more years of our life in another place studying. So on an average we spend 20 years of our life studying. Studying what? For what are we studying it? I'm sure half of us have no idea. Why are we studying it? The other half of us have no idea about it. Now, if the classroom is made interesting, where people talk, we have group interactions, students interact, teachers interact with the students, understand the students' emotions, in short, if the classroom was more fun, life would have been much more easier. Now there's another thing which you can think about. When we went to school, we had 8 classes of maths, physics, chemistry, social studies, Hindi, English, and whatnot. But we had only 1 class of music, 1 class of drama, and I'm sure 1 class of PT, and no classes of drama. Why? Is it not equally important for all of us? I think it's equally important, and it's scientifically proven that if you have music or sports in your school daily life, your grades will also improve. Keeping all that aside, even if the teacher can create some kind of enthusiasm, some kind of interest for you to actually study in the class, then other half of the part is done. As the saying goes, it is the supreme art of the teacher to awaken joy in creative expression and knowledge. If the teacher is able to grab the attention of the students, make them enjoy the class, be a part of the class, and maybe stay awake in the class, take back something from the class, that way both the teacher and the students are benefit a lot. Well, now come to think of it, changing the education system or the way the teacher teaches, like making her teach in the way you want, is something really difficult, but not impossible. So next best thing that you can do when you are sitting in a getting really bored in a class is ask questions. Trust me, it works. You may ask like, what am I supposed to ask? If you don't understand anything, ask it. You may say the teacher may not answer me. If she doesn't answer you, ask it again. If she still doesn't answer, ask it again. If she still doesn't answer, ask it again. The worst situation that can happen is she ignores you. Then what are your friends for? Ask them. Start irritating them. At the most, they also will ignore you. Then go Google it, go Facebook it. Finally, you'll find the answer someplace or the other. So, therefore, the next time you're dying of boredom in class, ask questions. No matter how stupid your question is, just ask. Initially, people may laugh at you. So what? Asking may make you a fool for a minute, but not asking at all makes you a fool forever. And still, if the class is boring, even after asking so many questions, you still get bored, you can always go back to sleep. Thank you.
Very novel ideas. I have one question. Are you planning to be a professor?
Yeah, it's possible.
In no way I mean that you won't be a good professor or bad professor or something like that. I just want to say that the last time I gave these kind of suggestions to my professor in engineering, he gave me these kind of so hope that won't be repeated. And the next to come up on stage will be Anusa. Anusa will also be delivering our level 2 speech.